or welcome back to my channel. Today is I don't even know what anymore, but we are making chocolate muffins. I ended up getting a mix from a place called Coconut Whisk. If you guys saw one of my recent videos where I gave some holiday gift ideas for people in the chronic illness community and even those who are not chronically ill, I shared that product and I decided to get the muffin mix. So we are going to be making the muffin mix today. Alright, so here's the muffin mix that we're going to be using. It's vegan, gluten-free chocolate muffin mix, and here's the company Coconut Whisk if anyone wants to look it up. I'll also have it in the description box below. And the directions are pretty self-explanatory since all the ingredients are pre-mixed and made. And so all you need to do really is add 1 cup plant-based milk and then 2 teaspoons vanilla extract, or you can sub more plant-based milk if you don't want to have vanilla in it, because the ingredients in here do have some sugar, so you guys can kind of see what is inside here. And then all you need there and just how to make it is on the back of the bag. So we're just going to mix the almond milk or the plant-based milk that we chose with the flour mix. Okay, so now we're going to add the vanilla, and again, this is optional from what their instructions say, because there are some ingredients in there that already have sugar. So if you are trying to avoid a lot of sugar, which I am also, then keep that in mind, because vanilla is a sweetener by itself, a natural one that is. So this looks pretty good. And yeah, you don't really need to add anything else. It's just that simple. And you put them in your muffin tins. And so I'm going to show you guys what I ended up finding on Amazon. Okay, so this is the muffin pan that I found, and it's by Rachael Ray. She has comfort grips on the side. This isn't necessarily arthritis-friendly item or anything. It's just something I got for literally $1. And it's by a brand called Wilton. I've never heard of them personally, but I really liked these muffin cups. It just fits the theme of the year, so we're gonna put them in there. So lastly, I ended up finding this product on Amazon. I posted it over on my Instagram, Rising Above RA. If you guys are following me on there, you might have already seen that story that I posted about this. And I showed the video. It looked really cool, so I don't know how easy this is, but it has a little lever and you just push it, and then all the pancake batter or the muffin mix or whatever you're making goes inside the cups or on your area where you're making your pancakes. And I already kind of tried pulling this lever and it was a little difficult for me. If you have issues with your knuckles or anything, this may be a little bit hard. You just literally put all the contents of the product in there. You can use a spoon too to scrape it off on the bowl. You're watching this for the first time and I'm doing this for the first time. We'll see how it goes. Put the lid on and now we are ready to use it, just to see if it really is arthritis friendly or not, because if it's hard for them to do, then it might be hard for me. This doesn't look so appealing right now, but I mean, maybe not so much. Okay, so I gave it a go off camera. Whoever has been to an occupational therapist and they make you do the grip strength test, this is exactly what that type of tool looks like on the handle side. I know for me, especially on my right hand, my grip strength isn't that strong just because of damage in the joints, but I didn't try it with the left hand. I'm sure it might be a little easier because you only need, you know, one hand to do it, or if you don't have the ability to do it like me, then you can have some help. But overall, I think it's a really good idea because not every product out there is perfect. If you didn't have something like this, then you would need to do it like the older school way, which is like getting a spoon and putting it in there by yourself, and so that also involves your whole arm and your elbow. So it really is just personal preference. I think it really is quicker than doing it any other way. And then right at the very end of the batter, it might get stuck a little bit, so you just have to kind of use a spoon and just sift through it like we're doing right now and put it in any areas that might not have had enough. Alright guys, we just put the muffins in the oven, and I have to say that the muffin tin is a 10 out of 10 just because it was really easy to hold with the grips on both sides. Here's a closer look with the muffin tins that I ended up getting that I showed you guys earlier. And we're going to frost them right now with the Simple Mills frosting. Putting light frosting, this isn't anything fancy. This is just for us, and I'm sure everyone has their own tastes. But I am trying to lessen my sugar intake, and this frosting, believe it or not, does have sugar. It has like, I believe, like 6 grams of sugar, which isn't that bad. But considering the cane sugar and some other sugars in the mix, which isn't that bad either, sugar's still sugar, so we're not going to frost all of them. Knowing people in my family, once they get a hand on these gluten-free and vegan desserts, there will be none to put in the freezer. And I don't know if these would hold up in the freezer, to be honest, because I've always done that with more cookie-based products and things. So yeah, I don't know if I should try that, but in any case. Alright, so this is all we did. We frosted half of them. So, and then the other one is not frosted, so if you have people who may not want frosting, this is the perfect way to do it, half and half. Here's the frosting that I used, just for reference. Pretty good. Guys, so I just tried the muffins from Coconut Whisk with a couple family members, and I have to say that these are not really muffins, quote unquote. I would call them more cupcakes just because of the consistency. They're not as muffin-like, but they do kind of have that texture as well. However, since they are very rich and chocolatey and just more dense, they are more resembling of cupcakes. And so just keep that in mind if you are looking to get a muffin. I would have to say that they are more on the side of a cupcake type muffin, if that exists. But in any case, I highly suggest frosting them. If you have vanilla frosting around, I think adding chocolate frosting would just be way too much just because it's rich, and it already has chocolate chips inside too. So you don't need to worry about adding in anything else. And now I really understand why she said the vanilla is optional, just because it's so sweet. In the instructions, she says to cook, I think, starting at 425. If I'm mistaken, I may be wrong, but it was around there at the beginning, and then lower it down to 350. But we found that cooking them at 375 was actually better, just because I feel that it would get really dry, and it kind of was, because I think we cooked it at high heat with our oven. That might have been a bad thing. So everyone's ovens are different, and I know everyone is living in different areas, so you're going to have to kind of tweak it to your own needs in a way. I definitely recommend you try it out, and there's a bunch of other things on her site if you're not into this muffin thing. There's pancakes and mug cakes, which I've never tried myself, other stuff. So I linked her website in the description box below. Be sure to check it out. Until next time, guys, bye. Cheers.